season will have to go through the highest flying squadron the league has to offer. Only one can continue in Birmingham. Only one story will earn another chapter. It's a ball, and the clock is approaching midnight. It's time to dance.
Twice, Team Falcons have come here to this country only to finish second best. To even get a whiff of that this time around, they have to make a lower bracket run for the ages. But in their way are Europe's darlings. Geekay Esports look to continue this unlikely run.
Falcons hot favorites. Birmingham, I think Geekay gonna need your support here. Hometown hero, Joyo. Let's see what they can do. Both teams go to round 5, went the distance in the Swiss. It was a struggle. We expected Falcons perhaps to sweep their way through. Forget about that. Game 1 so important.
So important just to get a shot at Championship Sunday. You want to set the standard for everybody else to chase in the second split. A near miss ringing off the crossbar. It's going to sound almost echoed here in this arena and certainly in their memories if they come up short by just a goal. Here's Joyo taking his time, got his flip back and still could not power it through.
It's going to be a crucial part of this GK team. If Joyo can activate those solo plays. Here's Roas, pressure for Falcons, Archie. That's a lovely demo. He's got space as well. Can he get the pass across? You can see TRK throws him near post. As Wavepunk mentioned, Stacks, both teams with similar runs in the Swiss. Really hard to gauge how well Falcons are performing at the moment. That sweep, or getting swept by ultimates, is a real blemish.
Oh, TRK has that indirect for himself, and he'll slide it home. 90 seconds in, and Falcons strike first.
You see Joyo pre-jumped, Roas was there as well, but Archie got cooked with the extra touch. TRK opening it up. Great start after really not much pressure from the Falcons.
And now so important for Falcons, you could hear the crowd as the teams came out. Capitalize on this momentum. Take the crowd out of this because this is a home game for GK. Not so much for Falcons. Not quite hostile territory, but if you can eliminate that factor, you relieve a ton of stress.
Back post, no boost. See Joyo, perhaps a bit of space. TRK early challenge. Falcons known for their pace, but haven't really shown it so far. They do have the lead 2 minutes into the first game. Nice challenge there from Kaliz. TRK underneath. Here is Joyo. He look for a pass. Goes for the 50. He actually finds a demo. Doesn't have any boost to get involved. Oli, we saw his Batmobile run back online. Really pull it out again here. So far, he's been on the Fennec.
Ross had a good look and may get another out of this. That just powered back downfield, and the crowd's gonna come alive. Ole scores on an open net.
Well, now we're talking. Beautiful 50 from Archie, and Oli, 0 boost, still too quick for Kaliz. GK tie it up.
And this is something that has plagued Falcons the entire week-long event here. Another wide open net, nobody in the same area code. Now Archie stopped at midfield. Falcons can try to move this forward. They will not. Archie nearly clipping a defender. Chance now for GK to add to their tally, but that's easily sent away, only as far as
lovely.
midfield.
Nice catch from Archie. Kaliz popping it up. He's low. There's Joyo. Oli's going to wait in behind. Huge reset there. And see Joyo coming alive as this game 1 progresses. And no boost now. Oli now off the side. Zero Was trying to get involved. Archie to this one. TRK scoops up mid. Wants one more. Joyo meets him. GK looking to try and get this one out. They're in an awkward spot though. Low boost. You can see Archie with 23. He's got the most on GK right now. They need to hang in there.
Opportunity for Killers up at the backboard and had to be well defended by Joyo. Aberwas in the center. TRK still lurking. 3 most dangerous letters in Rocket League, trying to impose his will on this series. Had the opening goal for Falcons, and he'll get some help from Killers as well.
I think he took that last goal personally. Killers getting dusted by Oli. This time he beats 2 of Geekay in net. Falcons get the lead back at a timely manner.
So they scored in the first 90. They've added 1 in the last 90. Will this be the one that holds up? Archie has that swatted back. Nobody else was able to recover. Everybody was just sitting ducks at midfield, and Rawas extends the lead.
Yeah, that's just really poor from Archie. 100 boost, but you don't want to be dribbling that last man. Just so dangerous, especially against Falcons. You know they're going to insta challenge. They're going to be aggressive in the midfield, and you want that 50-50 back. Falcons with a 2-goal lead and really in the box seat now to take the first.
Get on their horse real quick. The problem for them, having to play defense with now just a minute remaining in game 1. Rawas down to Killers. That one's going to be just wide on the near side. Now Killers again. Try to go for another touch off the back wall. Try to slow down Geekay even more. Make this impossible. A goal certainly would, and they get it. Rawas adds a second goal, and that might be night-night for game 1.
Yeah, where's Oli going? He did not read this post touch at all. He rotated into net. He had to be more worried about the oncoming traffic, the incoming shot. Falcons with their 4th and really asserting their dominance now, Stacks. Oh.
Need a borderline miracle, and while you would say that seems very unlikely, this entire run for GK has been a miracle of its own, as that one just barely swept away from an oncoming Joyo. And any hope that might have been present at the kickoff, I think has just about been extinguished here in game 1, as Team Falcons, despite giving up the open net goal, which has been their Achilles heel throughout the week, they don't repeat that mistake time and time again as they have in other series, and they've added so many more. TRK and Rawas have been a lethal combo.
Crushing these 50s, it's Archie again getting dunked this time. TRK, the first man on the scene. Finds a beautiful shot, bottom right. Falcons with their 5th. GK need to find something. This is not the same play style that got them that last win back in Europe online.
Oli just trying to get any kind of momentum here. The final countdown. We cap off an impressive Team Falcons opening victory. 1 down and 3 to go as Killers has 1 for the road.
And they nearly get a Brazil, these guys. They always step up in front of the crowd. And that is the best possible start for Team Falcons. 6 goals. Really padding the stats at the end of that one.
And impressive stats that they were. 2 goals each from Killers, Rawas, and TRK. Even though the last comes at garbage time, it still counts for a lot. Just even more demoralizing as you see all the crooked numbers from Rawas and company. What a performance out of Team Falcons. And that's kind of been the question mark, I think, for Falcons here, CJ. Is it going to be the 3-headed monster that we know from their peak on land? We haven't seen that yet until perhaps now.
And that's danger signs there for GK. 2 members with sub 200 points in game 1. As we said, the aggression online in that 3rd event for GK was what got the job done, but that's not the GK that's going to be able to beat Falcons. You can't be sitting in net. Archie taking 50s that are just flying back over his head, Stacks. They need to pick up the pace because Falcons, they're just growing in confidence. They look so comfortable out there.
Both teams do have their timeout for these best-of-7 series, so imagine another game like this, GK will almost be compelled to use one. One thing we know about this GK squad, though, I mean, Nick has taken a lot of teams to very lofty heights. And this team, no different. Getting into the top 8 here of this first major. Can they continue?
It was a huge win in round 5 over Dignitas. Did not expect them to make their way out into the playoffs, but here they are, and they've got a chance to really fight back into this series. First game warm-up, that's what we always say. See what they can do here. It's Joya, that's actually a nice catch. He's got TRK in a momentary 1v1. Support arrives, Rawas back in time, but GK, this is where they need to try and find a way to keep the ball in, but look at this midfield play. Look at Khalid's getting to work. Oh, they're cooking now, Stacks.
They are indeed. 3rd goal of the series for Killers, and boy, what a pretty goal as well. Persevering through the challenge at midfield, and you can hear the crowd starting to kind of rally behind GK at the start of this game. And once again, Falcons score early in an effort to take them right out of it.
Yeah, what a way to silence them early here. There's a lovely infield. Joyo had to pre-jump. Nice save. Here's Archie. Certainly has, I'd say he's had a bit of a topsy-turvy event so far. Even in the final series against Dignitas, he looked shaky, but then he stepped up. He found a way through. There's a shot. Ruas just with the save. Joyo trying to read it. You can see the difference here with GK trying to challenge more in the midfield, trying to be more aggressive. Still, it's a little bit messy.
Night and day offensively for Team Falcons through this event. I mean, yes, they've taken more shots than anybody on average in this tournament. They haven't converted nearly as many of those shots as a team like GK has. Two players shooting around 30% coming into this series. You like those odds. They just have not been able to light up the scoreboard as they were throughout the Swiss. And now another one from Ruas coming in unseen from the last defender, and they continue to pile on here against GK.
That's a double committed defense front post. They are just not looking clinical. GK just before that down the other end, Archie, he had a free double tap. He went for the fake instead, didn't like his first touch. Oli wasn't ready to follow. It was a weak shot. They lost the opportunity. They have to be more clinical against one of the best teams in the world. Right now, that is not happening.
Killers will yield to TRK, and that means Ruas has to get back, and does, to stop that effort from Archie. Archie very quiet in their final series yesterday to qualify, at least for the first half, and then he came alive and just about carried the squad into the top 8. They need that Archie to show up sooner rather than later. They need a lot of help defensively as well. Oli makes the save, and Ruas has to dribble that out of danger.
He's got nothing in the tank. Oli with space. You can see Joyo across. Can only get one more shot coming through. Surely now, this time Archie just throws a P-roller on net. Not good enough for the opportunity he had.
Couldn't get any force behind that shot. Another opportunity for Ruas. Keep this in the zone. More zone time for Falcons. Just trying to frustrate GK. Maybe drop a third goal. No, it rings off of everything but the net. And Archie's final touch gets him out of danger. Now can he convert on the other side? A 2-goal swing would be huge for GK. And they come away empty-handed. Oh, they may even come away with an L out of it. They do! Killer snipes it, top right.
And there it is. Once again, it's Killers in the midfield. Nobody ready to challenge. Joyo trying to get back. Archie found nothing whilst rotating into net. No boost. Top corner, 3-0.
A very long 2 minutes remaining here for GK to try and get back into this game and this series. I mean, sometimes you can kind of toss aside conventional wisdom. A lot of teams like to take their time out when they lose a couple in a row. 1 or 2 more goals from Falcons, you can use the remainder of this game as a timeout and try to refocus yourself. That one sent away from the near post. And while GK are buzzing near the net, still unable to break through.
Falcons building a wall.
Another pass, and Joyo has that one blocked away, CJ.
Pressure still on. Falcons not out of trouble. Ruas throwing himself TRK. There's the 50. They're out now. Solo. Joyo up. Reset comes across. Will Khalid strike? No. This time they play the safe route. Look to rebuild. Look to keep the momentum to find their 4th. See, Oli goes cross net. He didn't want that one with 0 boost. Ruas bumping Archie. Does well with his pre-flip. There's the shot. There's the open net, and there's their first goal.
I'll remember what they did yesterday. They stole a game from a similar spot. Got 1:03 remaining, and by GK standards, that's an eternity. Critical kickoff here. You're not going to get many more opportunities. Got to cash them in when you do. TRK wins this cleanly. Needs help coming across the other side, and it's Ruas trying to get out towards Killers, and Falcons have to be careful not to overextend. You can't imagine why they would with a 3-goal lead, now 2. And that one now extends it to a 3-goal lead again. Killers, again, they got a little aggressive but no forward momentum at all out of GK.
Yeah, that hurts. When you get a goal back, you want to try and build momentum off it, but Falcons, just as they've silenced the crowd, have also put a stop to any hope of a comeback in game 2. 3-goal lead, 40 seconds left. Here's Oli throwing it across. Joyo pre-jump. That ball's not going anywhere near him. Shot on. Roas finds TRK. Delayed flip. Looking for the 50 on Archie. Joyo. It's now or never. This is lovely. Gets to reset. Doesn't find connection, and they've overcommitted. They've left an open net momentarily, and it is going to be 5-1.
Similar scoreline from game 1, just piling on at the end. They have outscored GK 11-2 in this series. Elimination series that it is. They'll await the loser of one of our later series this afternoon. Of course, they are only halfway to the finish line. GK, while they might have a foot out the door, are far from out. A game like this, 2 games back-to-back, are certainly going to sting. The final countdown, mercifully so, as GK Esports watch Team Falcons get to halfway, 2-0 in the series.
They've absolutely smashed them in the first 2 games, Falcons. No other way to put it. GK need a timeout now. There's no way you're reverse sweeping against this lineup. They need the timeout. They need to find their first game because this has just been dominant. 6-1, 5-1. And the timeout has been confirmed. GK will get the extra couple minutes to reset.
Yeah, they did have, of course, the remainder of that final minute after Killers put one away to extend the lead back to 3, where you kind of go, okay, like reality set in here. So you get to cheat a little bit. You get that extra time to work into your timeout, but now this is time for Coach to kind of rally his squad, and maybe a chance for this crowd here in Birmingham to rally their squad, because again, it is a partisan crowd for this GK team. If they get any momentum at the start of game 3, this entire series could shift.
And this is the 2 minutes in this esport where the coaches really get to earn their bread, earn their keep. And for Nick, this is really worrying signs for GK. They're just not finding that confidence in each other that they had in that Champ Sunday, the infamous 12-0 Champ Sunday. But it's now or never, Stacks.
Now the arena is stirring. See if GK can find their way back in this series. What they have to contend with, 5 goals out of Killers, 4, along with 4 assists out of Roas, 2 goals and 3 assists from TRK. They have been exactly what we've come to expect from Team Falcons on land. You almost look back at how they played in the Swiss stage, and you think it can't even be the same team because of this offensive output. But the matchup has been favorable so far for Falcons. They're halfway there, 2 more, and they will advance into the top 6.
The positive for GK, 9 shots in game 2. They had chances. We saw Archie with a couple of flubbed shots, if you would. So there's chance. Oh, this will help. This will really help.
The old equalizer. Archie on the follow-up for the kickoff. 2 seconds in, GK have their lead.
I love it. I absolutely love it. What a timeout. They've locked in. They've got the first goal through a beautiful kickoff strat. Oli throws it up. TRK pre-jumping. Falcons now. First time they've been behind. Shot on. Oli sticks around. He's actually pinched it completely the wrong way. That's a great start. Sometimes you just need that first goal, no matter how it goes in, to build the confidence. TRK, well, he's left that one. Now finds the flick. Archie waits down. Oli has Joyo downfield. He's already up. Backboard double. Doesn't connect.
Key for GK now to protect this lead and perhaps add to it is just awareness. Communicating when you've got a man on. Somebody has to call out when someone's in the air. Just see Falcons able to kind of pick and choose their spots at will, and they get one here. TRK had a defender just stapled to the net, and he put it right by him.
Archie no boost. He wanted some support. Oli, the only member of GK with 100 in the tank. And all he could do was sit and watch. TRK slots the equalizer. Falcons, they're really unfazed at the moment, Stacks, by what GK have to throw at them.
I mean, so much for all of that. They were well aware TRK was there.
Uh-oh.
Didn't matter. Just a challenge fastball that goes by, and now Falcons will look to extend on that again. Killers has Rawas over there. TRK going up the wall as well, trying to throw off the GK defense. This is well served by Joyo. And Archie trying to run forward as well, get a little interference. Got to throw off Team Falcons, make them uncomfortable coming out of the timeout.
It didn't work that time, but I like it. Just trying something different. Trying to throw another angle. Different rotation at Falcons. See if it catches that last man out. Oli downfield. Joyo's going to be there. Doesn't connect. TRK cleaning up the defense. Beautiful pinch off the side. Archie, it's around one. Time to work. Rawas not up yet. Reset, bump, fake. One more. Joyo, block. Where is Oli? Does he finally double? He's going to fake for Archie. Falcons were ready.
Oh, they went into the bag of tricks. Came up empty-handed. Killers over one. Got a man running forward. Rawas running interference for Killers, and Falcons in front.
That's too easy. That is way too easy. Joyo basically got beaten for free, and Rawas, even though he had a 0 boost, he hunted Archie down, who was left a sitting duck. Falcons, 1-0 down, 2 seconds into this off the timeout. They've got the lead back. They're comfortable once again.
Critical for GK not to kind of chase anything here. Yes, the pressure's mounting. Going down 0-3, just about feels like a death sentence in this series, but can't just throw caution to the wind just yet. There's so much time left here in game 3. Must win as it may feel.
Killers popping. Oli ready. Rawas in an awkward spot. That's a beautiful dunk! Out of nowhere!
Holy Oli! Up to the skies and down with authority. What a read!
You could see Rawas was awkward, and he read him like an absolute book. GK still have life. They need to take this game.
How do you respond now for Falcons? Oh, what an intercept by Joyo. Seems like they've downloaded Falcons to some extent here at the midway point of game 3. Better late than never. They still have to defend, still have to convert that into offense. Joyo. Good challenge. This falls right into the arms of the waiting Falcons defense. Just boom it downfield. Try to force GK into a simple mistake.
Good come right here. Joyo uses all his boost. Finds a nice dunk though. TRK with space. Doesn't take it back. Turns straight up the wall. Rawas to himself. Oli ready. Killers. Sits underneath. That's nice from Joyo. The pace has been picked up. Midfield players on here. Archie with space. Doesn't get the flick. Joyo first there. Joyo with the shot! GK with the lead.
Joyo's first goal of the series gives them a lead with 1:25. And Birmingham has certainly come alive now.
Rare mistake from TRK. Got above that challenge. Found nothing. Couldn't get a piece on it.
Crowd firmly behind GK now. They try to hold on with just over a minute remaining. Gotta be careful here as Archie makes the save. Breakaway effort. Another shot in from Killers again. An absolute killer as Falcons tie it again.
GK cannot catch a break. There's no room to breathe. They get the lead. Falcons equalize instantly with a beautiful shot. Great 50 from TRK. Killers has been so fast in the air, and that placement was exceptional. Fake kickoff. GK. Oli off the ceiling to himself. Joyo underneath. Doesn't find the touch. Rawas has to go. Completely dusts Archie.
Gotten a little awkward at times in front of both nets. Hence the symmetrical high score line here. Archie passed one, but that's about it. Well, actually passed two after the whiff. Just so uncharacteristic. Demo in front.
Space.
Not open anything up. It's got, yeah, plenty of time and space for Archie. Double no. Follow up. Oli. Oh, it rolls up off the side of the post.
It's been a nightmare, that post. There was a chance for Oli. Doesn't get the touch. Falcons looking shaky. Killers with no boost. Joyo in the same situation. Here is Oli. We'll get the pop. Rowas with the dunk. Joyo underneath. Just doesn't catch it on the wall. Killers with one, with two. Archie downfield. Oli has to wait on this. Rowas, that's a beautiful read. Still in the air. Still a chance. Oh, you can see Archie thought he might have had that one.
Sudden death now in the next goal.
The demo.
Of course, goes without saying, oh so critical. The difference between having a shot and being down three. It's an open net for Rowas, who finishes it off 12 seconds in to overtime and a 3-0 series lead for the Falcons.
You could see Geekay wrestled back some momentum, but that confidence came back to bite them. They overcommit, they throw the kitchen sink at the first attack in the OT. And it is straight down the other end. Falcons 3 on the bounce. Well, this is going to be tough now, Stacks.
Everybody shoots, everybody scores, and everybody helps out. Only 1-0 on the scoreboard for Team Falcons. Ross didn't have any saves. Come on, be a team player. Play a little defense. 4-3, the scoreline in Game 3. And if GK want to survive in advance, that will need to be the scoreline in the series. They're down 3 against this mighty, mighty Falcons squad.
And that's the loss that can break the mental of pretty much every team. You call the timeout. After losing 6-1, 5-1, you force the OT, you're in a fantastic spot. And you give up a free goal like that, a counter-attack that was certainly savable or preventable. And now you have to win 4 in a row against Falcons, one of the tournament favorites coming into Birmingham. This is going to be so tough. No timeout left. Can they find their first? I mean, as I said, this is all a mindset game now for GK.
And keep in mind, if they build any kind of momentum, Falcons will have a timeout of their own, as you can see up above their logo. As we get ready for Game 4 at Utopia, could be closing time for Cinderella.
You're looking for little wins. The kickoffs have been in GK's favor. Certainly implementing more strategies. That's a nice demo. Space for Archie, throws it on net. TRK recognizes the danger. Doesn't get the second touch though. Killers with a clear. TRK no boost. Joyo challenging. Gets around one. Demoed for his work. Oli with space. Takes it up. Ceiling. Has a reset. Uses the flip. Nice save. Great start though for GK. Falcons under the pump. Oh! We all held our breath. And Oli into Archie was almost sensational. But alas, 0-0. First 50. Nice challenge from Oli. TRK first on the scene. Has Rowas there. He waits down. Archie ready. Oli double commit. Joyo just going, throwing everything at this third man. Gets one more. Archie underneath. Backboard. TRK's ready.
Do that a couple more times. It was not a fluke. Unfortunately, on the other side, TRK, I couldn't tell if it was Rowas or Killers running into. It was Killers just screening Oli off the play, and then finally when he could react, it was far too late. TRK, first blood here in Game 4.
So tough in that situation, but Oli just has to turn. When you force back into your net, it's just no saving it. You have to try and dodge the bump, but that's so hard. It's easy to say in hindsight. Rowas throws it downfield. Is that just open? Nope. I won't get too ahead of myself there. TRK with space. Gets a bump. Killers underneath. Archie no boost. They're defending, but they're all so low. Archie with 13. Oli finally finds 100. Falcons under. Oh, providing so much pressure on GK right now.
Easy catch here for TRK. Might have expected him to go to the corner, instead brought it to center, and nobody's gonna catch up to this. They just lulled GK to sleep, and then Killers cut their strings.
You can see Joyo, he ducked out for that left mid boost, and that's the disconnect. Second, third man. Oli thought he was in a better situation than he was. Thought he could challenge. But Joyo was not ready to support. 2-0 Falcons. 3 minutes from sweeping their first match in front of the crowd. Their first best of 7 here in Birmingham.
A very welcome return to form, but an opportunity there gone by the wayside. As GK had numbers forward, nobody could get around on a clean shot. Infield pass, but Joyo was way too far back. It's a great pass if he's forward a little more, but if your teammate's not there, it's just an errant touch.
That's the right idea, but that's the connection that they're missing right now. Roas almost with the double. Only throwing himself with no boost. Going to stay on the ball. Archie underneath too. Is he going to look for a bump? They're around 1. This is a great chance. Joyo gets bumped off it. Oh dear, everyone get back. It is in your net. GK falling apart. 3-0 to Falcons.
Well, tonight over here, we move the clocks forward an hour, and they're getting sent forward many hours at a time. Midnight coming very fast for GK Esports. Less than half of a game to try and turn this around. For the miracle run will come to a close. And maybe even more. Oh, what a save. Right from the goal line by Archie. At least keeps the hope alive here with 2 minutes left. But there's just been very little. Kind of a flourish here or there for a second or two to give any indication that they may have anything left in the tank. Certainly not enough to launch a full-fledged comeback.
We talk about the different levels in this game. Oh, hang on a minute.
Hello.
Hang on a minute. Cheers from the crowd as there's still time, and Roas getting a little bit trigger happy up front, too aggressive.
And in the cookie jar.
Doesn't find the touch that he wanted. GK get a freebie. Back to 2 with 2 on the clock. Joyo. Instant challenge. Roas uses no boost to stop that attack right there. Here is Oli. TRK. Over to Roas. Scoops up the corner 100. Falcons just need to hang on for that 90 seconds. Archie finding demos. They've got to go right now, GK. Joyo going to wait underneath. Archie doesn't find the touch that he wanted. This is trouble now. Joyo looks for a 50. They're going to brute force their way through here. Falcons, that's a massive mistake, and that might just send GK home.
They have battled and battled and battled, but Oli just misread it by a tiny bit. Roas had it all sized up. Little mistakes, you can get away with them against some teams.
That's the pace.
Not this one.
That's the pace from Falcons. Roas just delayed his touch enough to throw it behind Oli. 75 seconds. Killers wants 5. Crossbar, follow. Archie going to keep this one out, but it's all well and good to pad the stats right now. They need goals. Can't just be defending for the final minute. Oh, that's lovely!
That.
Archie says, stuff this, I'm going downfield. Redirect, top bins, and gives GK hope.
1:01 remaining. We've seen some crazy comebacks from this squad over the past month. They have anything else left. Now would be the time. Boom downfield. The biggest obstacle, of course, is time itself. All right, I think got a piece of that one. Archie.
Here he is.
Tried a lot before. Joyo trying to get in the way, and well done by TRK just to stay at the backboard, not flinching at all.
Modeste mentioned in the first series, Twisted Minds. They looked better when their backs were against the wall the final minute. Similar to GK now, they're finding bumps on that last man. Is it too little, too late? They've got 30 seconds. Joyo downfield. Oli's got 0. Wants to fake for Archie. He's got none either. Just means the shot's going to be weak. Falcons looking to set up. 50 boost for everyone in net. And that's a great pass. There it is! And don't speak too soon, Stacks. We could have a game.
We could indeed. We've seen some creative kickoffs. What a pass out to Archie. Falcons left the window open, just a crack. Can GK step through? 14 seconds, fake kickoff, crisscross across, and now it is Roas to try and salt it away. Wins the 50, beaten by Joyo. Only 5 seconds remaining and nobody took the ball with him. And TRK puts this fairy tale to rest.
The kickoff strat was there. The plan was drawn up, but the execution was terrible. GK, final hopes diminished by a Falcons team that have put in their best performance of Birmingham so far. 4-0, a sweep into the top 6.
Well, Falcons had to earn, you could say, about half of it. GK came alive in the second half of the series, but it was the consistent offense of Team Falcons. They dropped 18 goals in 4 games to sweep GK out of this top 8 bracket and into Championship Sunday. Go Mina's royalty.
And Archie, perhaps a case of too little too late, puts up 853 points in Game 4, a hat trick, but it wasn't enough. Falcons, really, I mean, there's a few teams in the upper bracket that would not want to be facing them down here in the top 6. There's a reason why they were one of the tournament favorites. They've shown that here. They've shown their colors against the GK team who, well, looks so impressive in that final event online.
Falcons did not have to wait very long through this weekend. They are eating well now after a 4-0 sweep. And impressive as it gets to a team that was struggling offensively at times, struggling defensively as well, despite some of their impressive defensive totals. You know, some open nets that were very uncharacteristic that put them into round 5, put their backs against the wall. They still survive. They are in now to the top 6, will play on Championship Sunday. And a Team Falcons squad that is almost, you could almost say it's a resurgence for them. After all the question marks from the past couple of days, back to form on stage when it matters most.
As a player as well, just going to a different setup, playing in front of the crowd, a different environment can spark a team. Falcons looked flat in the Swiss stage in the first 2 days of Birmingham, but that was dominant. And that, as you said, could be the Kickstarter to, well, a fantastic run through this lower bracket. It was dominant from Falcons, start to finish. GK called the timeout, tried their best, but Falcons too good.
Falcons were indeed too good. And an advance to Championship Sunday yet again, as Veracity is standing by with the coach.
Bahum, a fantastic showing from the Falcons. Very different to the caliber we saw in play-ins. Did best of 5s going into best of 7 have anything to do with that?
أداء جبار منكم خلال السيريز هذا الأول في الستيج في برمنغهام، لكن حبت تسألك إنه هل الدخول على البست اوف 7 مقارنة بالبست اوف 5 إنه عندكم فرص أكثر، هل حسيتوا إنكم مرتاحين؟
إيه، بالنسبة لنا بست اوف 7 نفضلها أكثر من بست اوف 5، بس مو بهذا سبب إن فزنا اليوم 4-0، سبب إن ناظرنا أخطائنا في اليوم الأول، اليوم الثاني عفواً، كنا نستقبل أهداف سهلة شوي، بس قدرنا نعدلها والحمد لله اليوم أحسن كثير.
So it wasn't really just the switch from best of 5 to best of 7. We do prefer best of 7, of course, but that wasn't the reason. We went over our mistakes throughout day 2, and we tried to solve as many of them as possible. We had quite a few problems to deal with, but we went back to our roots and sorted it one after the other, and hopefully going forward, it's going to get a lot better as well.
Well, it seemed like we saw a lot more Falcons aggression. The sheer amount of goals you were scoring was nothing short of incredible. To what do you kind of credit that now performance?
بتقدر تحكينا على الاداء اللي قدمتوه خلال هالمرحله، لانه يعني شفنا فرق شاسع بين الاداء حاليا واليوم الثاني من البلاي اوفز، فايش تقدر تحكي لنا على سبب هذا الاداء الجبار خلال هاي المرحله؟
زي ما قلت لك قبل شوي، عدلنا خطائنا مع وجود الجماهير والحماس والاجواء هذه دائما تعطينا دافع ان نطلع احسن ما عندنا.
I want to say it's like I mentioned, the combination of fixing our mistakes and also, being here, having the crowd around us, feeling the electric energy in the crowd, that gives us a little boost of confidence as well, and that definitely helps us play a lot better on the stage.
Well, you guys went from winning FIFA E into now you know, walking away with your first playoffs victory here in Birmingham. What was it about that hurdle with FIFA E? Once that barrier broke, now it seems like you guys are unstoppable. What was that the missing puzzle piece?
بخصوص حصولكم على لقب الفيفا اير وورلد كاب قبل فتره بسيطه، فوزكم في هاي البطوله، هل حسيتوا انه كسر الحاجز يعني اعطاكم قوه، اعطاكم ثقه بنفسكم، لانه دائما كنتوا تمروا بهاي المشاكل قبل هيك، فايش تقدر تحكي لنا عنه؟
اي طبعا فوزنا ببطوله فيفا هي اعطتنا حافز وثقه اكبر في البلاي اوفس، بس الى الحين ما سوينا شيء، احنا ناخذها خطوه بخطوه، وبكره قدامنا يوم طويل وصعب، وباذن الله البطوله من نصيبنا باذن الله.
I want to say, yeah, definitely, for sure. Winning the FIFA Euro World Cup definitely broke that barrier because we've struggled with it time and time again. But this time around, it's going to be different, and we're going to take it one step at a time. We haven't done anything yet. This is only the beginning.
Well, my final question for you is, I've been hearing some Falcons fans in the crowd. Is there anything you want to say to the fans that have been here amongst all of us, and also everybody that's been cheering you on from home?
اي شيء حابب تحكيه للمتابعين مشجعين فالكونز اللي بالارينا او حتى اللي عم بيشجعوك في بيوتهم وبيتابعوا البثوث؟
دائما المشجعين الكلمات ما توصف قديش يساعدونا ويحفزونا ان نعطي كل ما عندنا. ابيهم يكملون يدعمونا ويشجعونا، باذن الله نسعدهم بالايام الجايه باذن الله.
I want to say, without their support, without them having our backs and cheering us on throughout the tournament, we wouldn't be able to reach the levels that we have reached so far. So thank you for your support, and hopefully, if you keep supporting us, we'll do even better and better throughout the tournament. And again, this is only the start.
You heard it here first, Birmingham. Keep giving them your energy. Congratulations again to the Falcons. Desk, how are those predictions looking?